Something really important was said earlier in the service, and that's that we have come this far by faith. With God, all things are possible. I began working in HIV/AIDS at a time when the president of this country would not even say the word AIDS. And one of the biggest differences between then and now is this. We are a completely interdependent world, which means that we're not separate from one another. And how we respond to HIV/AIDS depends in part on whether or not we understand this interdependence. And HIV/AIDS is not someone else's issue. It belongs to us all. These are words from former President Bill Clinton, and they tell us a truth with which we very much live today. We are all living with HIV/AIDS, and together we can stop the spread of HIV. I had some slides for you, and we had a little technical glitch, so I don't know if any information is going to make it up on the screen or not. But part of my role tonight is to try to give you a picture of Dallas County in this day. So here it is. Since 2012, 15,000 people are living in Dallas County with HIV/AIDS, and there were 780 new infections. Now, between 2008 and 2012, infection rates increased by 50% among young people between the ages of 13 and 24. That's true here, and we heard it in the video earlier in this service. Over 16% of the people living with HIV/AIDS in Dallas County are over the age of 55, and that number is rapidly growing. On one hand, that's a good thing because people are living longer and living out their lives with HIV, and that didn't used to happen, but it does now. But here's something. HIV and AIDS is most prevalent in Northeast Dallas, South and Southeast Dallas, and guess where? Here in Oak Lawn. And the infection rate here in Dallas County among African Americans is triple that of the rate among Caucasians and Hispanics. It's a pretty big picture, and some parts of that is a hard picture, spoken by someone who has worked in HIV for more than 30 years. I've worked in both prevention and in direct services and a combination of those things. And this is still where we are today. It's still the task that we have in front of us. But you know, in the beginning, HIV was known as a death sentence, but in 1996, when we began to see the use of the cocktail drugs, the combination of powerful HIV medications, these were used then to slow the progression of the disease and prolong people's lives, and that began to work. And it started to change things, and it changed things here in Dallas County. And today, here, as in the rest of this country, these HIV medications are even more effective than the ones used in the late 90s and the early 2000s. There's a laundry list of side effects that come with them, and we're also seeing the effects of long-term use of HIV medications and coping with those in Dallas, and a lot of that has to do with heart disease and so on. And it's not easy. You may take only one pill a day, but it's complicated because medications, they have to be taken. You cannot miss doses because a missed dose can cause medications to stop working, and that's true here among us and in Dallas County, the same as it is anywhere. But the good news in that, and one of the other differences then today, is that HIV-positive individuals who fully adhere to treatment can expect to live a near normal lifespan. And for those of us like me who work in HIV here in Dallas County, we're able to spend more time helping people to live rather than just quickly getting a few things done and get something in place and being with them when they die. And that's another big difference between then and now. I'm fortunate. I've been able to serve throughout all of that span of time. There was I'm fortunate to be there and to see this change and to be with it. In 2011, there was a groundbreaking study known as HPTN 052, and that proved conclusively that treatment with HIV medications would lower a person with HIV, lower their risk of transmitting HIV by 96%. That's by bringing down the viral load. And if you do that in one person, you bring down the viral load in the community. And that's true, and that's happening here in Dallas County as well. You decrease it in one person, there's less virus out there in the community. And the new studies are now showing that this figure is even higher than 96%. No scientist is going to say it's 100%, but it's there, and that's here also available in Dallas County. So now that's when you hear the term treatment is prevention. That's what that means. Part of prevention and treatment used to be two very different things. And that was true here in Dallas. Prevention existed in this silo, services existed in this one, and those have been married. And that change has been happening over the last 3 or 4 years here. So it aligns too with the National HIV/AIDS Strategy. Did you know that this country didn't even have one until just a few years ago as President Obama came into office? We do now, and we're aligned with it, and Dallas County is aligning with it in these ways. And we're pursuing prevention, both to work with high-risk HIV negative people and to work with people who are HIV positive so that treatment becomes part of the prevention package. And we get new things as prevention, and no matter where you come down on which side of the issue, any treatment, any drugs that are available to assist in the arsenal of weapons to help prevention is a good thing. And those are available here in Dallas County as well. But our challenge is the challenge, and that is that you have to know whether you're positive or not. So here in Dallas, more testing is crucial. More outreach and prevention education for people who are at risk for HIV is essential to promote HIV testing as well. Education is paramount. Knowledge of HIV, and all the education that surrounds it. And that has all been married, and it's finally now, as the CDC is promoting to prevent this and to work, all of this has to come as a package. And now efforts in Dallas County toward prevention come with that. You can't isolate one piece of it and say, we'll do testing. You have to do the outreach, the education, the testing, the follow-up, the linkage to care that all of that takes. And all of that is going on in Dallas County right now. And it's what has helped usher in the change and helps us to get to the future. The past has made it possible for us to get there. What Jim spoke about and the people and the remembering that we've done, today is built from that, from those people. And we have to acknowledge that. But we also, out of respect and honor for them, we have to keep moving forward. And we put this out in front of us, and we work toward it, and we need to do that, and we are doing it. And here in Dallas County, you're part of that as well. A person who gets tested and knows their status or gets into treatment and becomes undetectable does not transmit HIV. So if your detection is at 0 or close, you're part of the change. And getting to 0 means here what it does everywhere else. 0 new deaths, 0 new infections, 0 discrimination. Someone smarter than me said, act of what you do makes a difference. It does. So I just leave you with this. In Dallas County, choose hope, because once you choose hope, everything's possible. Anything is possible. Amen.